Hi guys, there we are for the very first annual update of the portfolio as of the 31st of March 2021. So jumping right to the quick, as you can see down the bottom, the actual return for the year is 10.26. So I'm pleased it's in double figures, frustrated it isn't a lot higher, but excited that I've learnt a lot of things over the last year and adapted my trading strategy such that of that 10.26, more than that amount was made from trading and actually made a loss on the investing side of it. That is solely because my top three holdings, which make up probably 60% or close to thereof of my portfolio, are all, I say, seriously undervalued and much lower than they have been. At one point, I was 35% up. That was probably November time or thereabouts, and that was on the back of NCYT being up around £12. It's now in the high sixes. 40 Pharma was around 180, and it's now 112. And Deep Verge, I'm not sure it was at that time, but it was also that actually got over £4, and it's now 33.5. So all of those have been higher. Knowing what I know now, I would have top sliced considerably more than I did, because what I was doing was I was just anticipating it was going to go on up and up and up, and of course things don't do that, and I was actually taking smaller amounts at that point. So when something gets to an all-time high, I'm not sure how much I'm going to take yet, but I am going to take considerable chunks and then reinvest them on any dips. And of course, if they continue to surge and hit the stratosphere, I'll be delighted because I've got shed loads remaining in there. But anyway, a little quick update on what's happened since the last review. The main issue around here has been with Braveheart. Last Friday, so 3 trading days ago since this, it had actually shot up, and I top sliced on Friday at £1.10, having bought an average of 55 or so. So I sort of essentially doubled my money in that regard. It then continued to go on up to about 126, 128, and it was based on the fact that it has now a test that is pretty immediate, less than 60 seconds, and determines lots of different pathogens as well as COVID. Now, the downside of it is it's just been announced. It needs to go through some extra trials before it ticks the Public Health England box and a few others, and that could be a few months off. So that's the only thing restraining it from shooting through the stratosphere. I mean, if they could do it now, that price would be 10 times what it is, I'm sure. So I top sliced. Again, in hindsight, should have top sliced a bit more, because then it started to drop. And I bought more at 99, bought more at 87, bought more at 78, bought more at 65, and it's now ticked back up to sort of 70. So my 65 purchase is in profit, not by much, admittedly. And one of the reasons, there were two reasons for the drop. An NED resigned on Monday. Now, you can take that with a pinch of salt, or you can say he knew something. Who knows? No one's ever going to know, really. But it unsettles the market for sure. Whether it's got any credence or not, nobody really knows. But then the CEO, Trevor Brown, who's known for it, sold some shares himself. He sold a couple of million, and that the fact that selling a couple of million would have pushed the price down, but the fact that the CEO sold always gives the market jitters. Now, he is well known for it. He does this in other companies he invests in, but this is essentially his baby. So, he's entitled to take profits. It was before the end of the tax year. If he continues to sell down, then we're in trouble for some whatever reason, but I suspect that not to be the case. So I'm comfortable topping up, and I will top up again if it goes down into the 50s or so. But my average buy price is now 65, and with the trading, I'm still making 58% on it. So another reinforcement for the trading. Now, I also topped up on 4D Pharma because that's continued to drop since its NASDAQ listing. Only a matter of time before that takes wings. There are a number of clinical trials and tests that are going to be coming out soon. A couple for different types of oncology. There's going to be some asthma results, and at any time they could get a partnership for any one of their microbiome drugs, not least Blautix, which is the best thing that is currently available for both cases of irritable bowel syndrome. So news could drop there at any time. I also top sliced a little, not a lot, but a little on DVRG. It's had some amazing results. It's going up and up and up, and if you've been watching, I've been topping up and topping up and topping up for the umpteenth time. It had a surge one day this week. It's been on a good run because it's come from about 28 up to the current 33. It got up to 35.6. Didn't quite get the top because it was 35.8, I think, but so you can never actually catch the top unless you're really lucky. So I took a little slice at 35.6, and I will buy back if it gets down as low as 32. Now this is last Wednesday's price, and it's actually up a little bit higher now. It's 34 or something now. So I'm totally confident that the top three are going to, at some point, can't say when, go berserk. NCYT in particular, at 727 there on the 31st of March, it's dropped a bit further now. It's in the high 685, I think, as of the next day's trading. And again, I will top up if it goes any lower. I've topped up many times under 7. I can't see it going much lower. Famous last words, I know, because there is lots of strong indicators, I'll say only indicators, that it is going to sign its, and maybe already has signed its second contract with the DHSC. They're employing somewhere around 50 odd new people across the UK, many of them with DHSS or NHS facing names like territory manager and such like that. Their new Variplex on the back of their Winterplex have so far, I think, been the only product or company that's able to detect all the variants, and they can now do these in situ in less than 2 hours, and I think it's really 80 minutes. So I think they like to under promise, overachieve, and with the UK opening up, PCR testing still being required everywhere, and they're going to make an LFT antigen test. They've already come out with one, but apparently one that is going to be universally used is promised in the second quarter, and so far they've never failed to hit a promise. So that's still my best target. The broker's notes for those without this, so currently, without any further news, the broker's notes have, two of them have been in the 14 or 13, high 13 pounds. There was an odd French one from a company called Oddo, which essentially came in with the price around where it is now. Seemed a bit strange, but being a Franco-Anglo company, the one area that it hasn't actually sort of gained great traction at the moment is France, and France is in a bit of a dire straits COVID-wise, so perhaps they'll see the error of their ways and take it on. But anyway, who knows? We will see. Just looking quickly through some of the others, microsake systems, I would like to have some more of that. I quite possibly will add more. It has links with DVRG. It makes well, very small, I was going to say minuscule, but it makes small systems called spectrometers, which fit into the DVRG's modern water microtox machines, and allows for the artificial intelligence to give immediate reading. Been lots of news around the world about wastewater leakages, bad rivers, so water monitoring, water contamination is going to be a big thing. And as I've already mentioned, the DVRG or the modern water part of DVRG are working with 5 out of the 18 Chinese provinces. Actually, I think 5 out of 22, so I think maybe 18 or 23, 18 to go. Anyway, they've got great orders, $5 million already for the first quarter. The CEO did a proactive interview, and also did a results interview, both of which were superb. He was brimming with confidence. He wanted to say that the 10 million forecast they've got for this year, and they did 4.4 last year, or 6.1 including modern water, is going to be beaten easily. Now, he's not allowed to say it, but he kept on effectively saying he wasn't allowed to say it, and that's all he could say and such like. So there were extremely strong hints. Anyway, I will leave that there. I'll come back probably every fortnight, or maybe once a month, because perhaps once a week is too often. But and Pires, I'm liking Pires as well, because it's also involved in Pluto digital assets, which Argo blockchain is as well. And I just had a little sort of toe in the water on that, which is just as well, because I got quite a high price. And if it stays around or goes below 15 again, I think I will top up a little bit on that one as well. But other than that, comfortable with all the holdings, apart from the ones I've got in orange, which I will either hold, and I certainly won't be adding to it, but I might cut at one point. Anyway, I will finish there as I've gone past my 10 minutes, and so starts the new year, which of course also is the ISA year in the UK, coming from tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 5th or 6th. Anyway, okay, happy investing, guys and girls.